Hello everyone, welcome to our Ask Geology group, a whole new way to understand our Mother Earth. So, in this today's 7-minute numerical, we are going to discuss about one geochemistry question. Okay, basically, this question is related to your thermodynamics, but I am considering here also. So, in some part, geochemistry will be using the concept of your thermodynamics also. Okay, so in this question, this is actually Gate 2018 question number 53. Okay, so the question is, the stability field boundary between two minerals A and B is linear with positive slope in the PT space. Okay, this PT space, if this is going to be, this is, if this is your P axis and this is your T axis, then this space present in between, this space, this is called your PT space. Okay, and we can also call it as PT pseudo section. Pseudo section pt, this is pt space. Okay, pressure and temperature, and these are the two variables in a system. And the molar entropy of A and B, these two minerals, are given to be 85.5, 92.5 respectively, kelvin inverse, that is the unit. And their respective molar volumes are 35.5 and 38.2, and the slope of the phase boundary in pt space. Now we just see that he is giving the change in entropy, or the entropy change. What is giving? This is molar entropy is given. Molar entropy is given, that is the S means entropy, and that entropy means, that is the randomness. Okay, S. And molar volume is given. Molar volume, or that is the V. S and V, they have given of mineral 1 and 2. Okay, and you can see these two minerals, the stability field, that means, if I just make a line here, okay, I'll say that this is the stability field of A, and this is the stability field of B. Okay, this is the stability field of A, and this is the stability field of B. Okay, now in this case, what actually happening at this boundary? Okay, when we just go from A to B or B to A, along this boundary, what is the change in entropy, or molar entropy value of A and B is given, molar volume of A and B is given. Now remember one thing, that I am just considering here in P and T space, PT space, but I do not have any relation of this P and T with S and V. Simply, I have only the pressure and temperature, PT space. Now he is asking the PT space, and within that PT space, I am considering two phases A and B. Okay, and their boundary, stability boundary. This is the actually the boundary condition where A and B may be some transition or phase changes happening. Okay, and question is given the molar entropy and molar volume. Molar entropy S and molar volume V is given. So I have to establish one relationship. I have to establish one relationship between P, T, S and V. Pressure, temperature, entropy, and volume. This is molar volume, this is molar entropy, this is the temperature of the system, this is the pressure of the system. Okay, pressure and temperature of these two mineral phases. Okay, so we have one particular formula. Okay, that is, you can see, this is called your Clapeyron equation. And this Clapeyron equation basically describes the interrelationship between of your pressure, temperature, randomness, and volume. And this is one a derived formula. Okay, this is actually a derived formula. And how this formula is derived? In for this derivation of this formula, they have taken they have just used the concept of your free energy. Free energy, or gives free energy. Gives free energy. All of you know that when we are considering one particular thermodynamic system, that system, there are two variables, basically primarily pressure and temperature. These are the two variables, and there are some other parameters. Okay, if you are just changing the pressure and temperature, if you are just changing the pressure, okay, pressure If pressure is changing, then this volume that may change of that particular system. And if temperature is changing, then the randomness of that system may change. Okay, the randomness will increase. If temperature is increasing, then the randomness will increase. So another thing, if this pressure and temperature, they are related to your Gibbs free energy, and this due to the change in pressure and due to the change in temperature with respect to your Gibbs free energy, if you just want to plot, then del S and del V, these are the parameters which will be getting affected. Okay, so their derivation, it is actually a bit conceptual thing, so no problem. So if you guys want the derivation, full derivation of dp by dt del S by del V, okay, related to your Gibbs free energy, how change in your del G divided by del P when the temperature is constant, that is considering your change in your molar volume. Okay, so this time this derivation, if you need, you just comment in the comment below. I will just provide one video for that also. Okay, so simply this dp by dt, this Clapeyron equation that describes the change in the dp by dt, that is basically here, if we just want to calculate the slope, this is the slope in this case, and it is a positive slope, isn't it? If it would have in this direction, then it is negative slope. Okay, no confusion for positive and negative slope. So if I just want to calculate the slope, this is equal to, slope is equal to, this is your tan theta. Tan theta is equal to p by b. P by b, this p by b, this is your base. If we just want to make a triangle, okay, just let me just change the color. Okay, so this is the slope, this is actually the p, this is your b in this triangle, this is your hypotenuse, this is h. So tan theta is equal to p by b. Tan theta is equal to your p by b. So p by b, in this sense, this p responding to this pressure and b responding to temperature. So here we can calculate the slope to be dp by dt. Okay, so you can see that this dp by dt in the Clapeyron equation, dp by dt is equal to your del S by del V. This del S, what do you mean by del S? This is your change in entropy, change in entropy. And del V, this is your change in molar volume. This is change in molar volume. So this del S and del V question is given, and by calculating the slope, we are getting the dp by dt, and that dp by dt is basically the slope in the pt space. So if we just calculate the del S by del V value, then we will get the slope. So in this case, this is actually, write down directly, slope is equal to, what is the del S change in entropy, that is 92.5 minus of 85.5 divided by, this is 38.2 minus of 35.5, and write down the units also. Okay, this is given joule per Kelvin, and that is cc means centimeter cube, cubic centimeter, this is centimeter cube. Okay, so what is the slope? If you just calculate, then the answer is 2.5925. This is joule per Kelvin into centimeter cube. Okay, the problem is, the question is given, the answer is asking in bar per Kelvin. So we have to convert this joule per centimeter cube to bar. Okay, so for that I have a easier formula for you guys. Okay, so you just see, in this case, what is actually happening, you just see, this is equal to, this is actually a formula, and this formula you will be using in many cases. Okay, joule is equal to kg into meter square per second square, which is equal to newton into meter, is equal to pascal into meter cube, is equal to watt into second, equal to coulomb into volt. So in this case, what we need this joule and pascal relation, joule and pascal relation. So joule is equal to pascal into meter cube. So this joule per meter cube is equal to your pascal. Simple. And all of you know that 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal. And in this question, what is it is asking? It is asking in bar. So 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Okay. So this is 10 to the power minus of 5 bar is equal to 1 Pascal. Okay, 1 Pascal is equal to 10 to the power minus of 5 bar, or 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So in this case, joule per meter cube, in place of joule per meter cube, we can just replace that with Pascal. Okay, so come here. Okay, this is 2.5925 joule per centimeter cube. Okay, that is joule per meter cube is equal to Pascal. Okay, so this joule per, if we just see this joule per Kelvin, and in place of centimeter I want to replace it with meter. Okay, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Okay, then 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. I'm going fully step by step. Okay, so don't get bored. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power minus of 2 meter. So in place of centimeter I can just rewrite 10 to the power minus of 2 meter. Okay, in place of centimeter I will have 10 to the power minus of 2 meter, and that centimeter cube is also there, no problem. So this is joule per Kelvin into meter cube into 10 to the minus 2 cross of 3 is 10 to the power minus of 6. Okay, and I can replace this joule per meter cube by Pascal. Okay, this is equal to 2.5925. In place of joule per meter cube I am considering Pascal into Kelvin, ऊपर चला जाएगा Kelvin minus of 1. Okay, right now, and this 10 to the power minus 6, if it will go up, then this is 10 to the power 6. Okay, so till now we have not come to the answer. So this is 2.5925. This is Pascal into Kelvin inverse. This is 10 to the power 6. Now this Pascal we have to calculate in bar. 1 bar, and all of you know that 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal. So 1 Pascal is equal to 10 to the power minus 5 bar. So this is 2.5925. Pascal के जगह पर 10 to the power minus of 5 bar. This is 10 to the power 6 इस साइड है, and Pascal के जगह पर we rewrite bar into Kelvin inverse. Okay, now this bar into Kelvin inverse desired unit we have got, so we have to calculate this one. This is 2.5925 into, this is 10 to the power 6, 10 to the power minus of 5, so only 10 will be here, and that's this 10 will be multiplied. This is 25.925. This is bar Kelvin inverse. Okay, bar Kelvin inverse we have got. Okay, so what is the answer? This is 25.925. 25.925. This is our answer. So what is the motto here, or what we are going to just know about these things? Okay, what is the importance ये है कि that this Clapeyron equation, this is important. First thing, this Clapeyron equation is important. dp by dt del s by del v, and this derivation is important. Okay, if you want, then you can just write down, I will derive. Okay, and another thing, this positive slope and negative slope, and how this slope is representing your dp by dt, because we are calculating the tan theta value. The tan theta is equal to dp by dt. Okay, that's important. Another thing, in this case this formula is important. This joule is equal to kg meter square per second square is equal to newton into meter is equal to pascal into meter cube, that is your watt into second is equal to coulomb into volt. So if you are having one unit of joule, or maybe newton or pascal, okay, so you just take, or you just break it into kg meter into second square. Okay, in this format you just break, then you can convert it. If I have only joule and I have to convert into Newton, that is joule is equal to Newton into meter. I have to take this joule and Newton into meter. So Newton I can find out that that is joule per meter. Okay, if it is joule energy, this is the unit of energy. Watt is also unit of energy. If joule is equal to watt into second, so if I want to calculate the unit of watt is equal to joule per second. So this kind of conversion we can just make very efficiently. So this formula will help you in a very greater way. Okay, and in the derivation of your that formula Clapeyron equation, okay, that is the dp by dt is equal to del s by del v, then we have to consider the change in del g value, change in your free energy value. Okay, so no problem, this is actually and gives phase rule. This free energy, it can be for a phase, okay, if phase change is happening from A to B, or if there are two mineral phases or any kind of reaction is happening, then this gives phase rule can be used. Oh sorry, free energy concept can be used. Okay, so if we are just considering the variation in the gives free energy for a phase with pressure and temperature, only one phase, particular phase, okay, one phase A is converting to B in this case, so dg is equal to vdp minus of sdt. At equilibrium condition, their dg will be 0, then vdp will be equal to sdt. Then from here also we can calculate dp by dt is equal to s by v. And remember another thing, that we always write down dp by dt is equal to del s by del v. Okay, dp by dt is equal to del s by del v. This is your Clapeyron equation. So one question is that why it is only d, here d and here it is del, what they represent actually? Okay, what actually they represent, that is important, and it is an hw for you. And in this case, if this is p and this is t, at this if any reaction is happening, let A to B, A is changing to B, or in this case C is changing to D, along this line and along this line. Now here no temperature is changing and only pressure is changing. No temperature is changing but pressure is changing along this line. Okay, pressure is changing in this line. And can I tell that this along this A and B reaction, A to B reaction, it is more sensitive to a temperature boundary? Okay, because you can say in this A to B, it is happening over a range of pressure, but that particular temperature. So can I just tell that from A to B conversion, this reaction is more sensitive towards the change in temperature? So can it be used as a thermometer or geothermometer? Geothermometer. And in this case the pressure is fixed, but this reaction C to D reaction is happening over a range of temperature. So can I tell that this is more sensitive to the change in pressure, or this reaction C to D reaction is more sensitive towards pressure? So can it be used as a geobarometer? Okay, so this much information I wanted to include in this video. So in this case, what is our answer? You can see the answer is your 25.92. This is 25.92, and I hope all the concept related to this is clear. And if you want the Clapeyron equation and the del g dp dp and del h, you just want, then you just write down in the comment box. I will make a separate video. Okay, so this is our Ask Geology group. So thank you very much. Okay, and if you are interested to join our paid group, na, because we have already started the preparation for geo preparation. So if you are interested to join our group, and you can contact to these numbers, and this is the mail id provided, and there will be a link tree given in the description box. By clicking on that link, you will be given access to various social media platform. Okay, so do visit our website for more information. And I just want to specify that we have a very friendly amount for the coaching. Okay, it is around 5.5 thousand. for Gate, NET, GSI. Okay, and we are more focused on GSI this time, and the amount is only 5.5k. So thank you. Go green, plant more trees, and save our Mother Earth. Thank you.